What's up guys, and welcome to another video. And today we are talking about being rich and being poor at the same time. How is this possible? Stay tuned. So being rich and poor at the same time is quite common, especially for homeowners. You probably have equity in the house, but you have very little cash on hand. And this is not limited just to homeowners. Even high net worth individuals can find themselves in a situation where they have a lot of asset allocation somewhere else, but very little cash. For example, in 2019, Elon Musk was caught saying that he is worth about $20 billion, but he had very little cash on hand. So he was essentially cash poor. But for us regular people, this situation occurs when you either buy a new house or you have bought a house for a couple of years and the value of the house keeps going up, but your expenses are staying the same or they go up and your cash flow stays the same. So you end up in a position where you keep getting wealthier because of your house value, but your cash flow is limited or it stays the same. For us, like many other people or many first-time home buyers, you spent a couple of years saving up for a down payment, and we spent a couple of years doing that, and our house was around $400,000, so we had to come up with around $80,000 for down payment plus a few $1,000s for closing costs. So when it came time to buy a house, we put all that money into buying and also the closing cost, and we found ourselves with a house with an equity of around $100,000 because the house was valued a little bit more than we paid for, but we had almost no cash at that time. And it's an uncomfortable position to be in. And I know a lot of families out there are in this situation, especially this year with COVID. We saw a lot of jobs being affected by it. So the incomes were also negatively affected. However, the home values in the right market, they kept going up. Like in our region, the house market in this region has gone up around 9% this year alone. And that's huge. So it's quite ironic to find yourself in that situation where your house value keep going up, so you're getting wealthier, but maybe your job was affected by COVID and your income was also affected by COVID. So you feel poor, although your net worth is also going up. So how do you get out of this situation? The first thing you have to do is when you get a house, you continue to save like you're saving for a down payment. You have to avoid hedonic adaptation. Just because you bought a bigger house doesn't mean you need to buy more things or expensive things to fit your new lifestyle. If it's livable, don't jump into trying to renovate it right away. If some renovations can wait a little bit. Don't go into debt just to live in a nice house that is all renovated. The house value will continue to go up if you're in the right market, even if the house is not renovated. It might go up slower than a renovated house, but nonetheless, it will keep up with inflation. And this is true because if you have bought a house within the last 10 years, you have seen your house value go up almost every year, and your net worth has gone up because of it. And as of today, Americans have about $10 trillion sitting in equity, and that's a lot of money. It's great to see Americans building wealth by just owning homes, and homes are the largest assets that people own. And by just owning a home and paying off your mortgage, it forces you to save. Most people are not good savers, so by them just forwarding the money to pay their monthly mortgage, they save a little bit of money and they build up equity. And it's good to see the house value go up too. But the issue is equity is a liquid asset and it's very difficult to tap into it when you need it for an emergency. You either have to refinance your home, which costs money, or you can get a HELOC loan, which has higher interest rate than your mortgage rate. And that's why you need a balanced portfolio. You need to have a little bit of cash reserves. You need to invest in liquid asset, and also you need to invest in your retirement. But fast forward to about 3 months ago, we decided to pay off the house, and we had to throw off the balance that we had on our portfolio. So we took all the cash that we had, we took all the investment in brokerage account that we had, and borrowed a little bit from retirement, and we paid off about $300,000 worth of mortgage. So that's how we found ourselves house rich and cash poor again. Our house right now is worth about $500,000, and we essentially have no cash on hand. But we knew the risk of putting that kind of money into an illiquid asset, but we accepted the risk. But we don't need to hold cash reserve as large as we used to have. Since we don't have the huge mortgage, now we can just make the money and invest it, or put it in other assets that can produce more income for us. So that's how I'll maintain the cash poor position but asset rich. But for now, it's a great position to be in. I never thought I'll own a home that is worth $500,000, and coming from Africa with basically no money, to be here is a blessing, and I'm thankful for it. I don't take it for granted, and I feel for those people who have found themselves with no job because of COVID, and I wish the economy will improve and they'll go back to paying off their mortgages. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.